Women confess the biggest secrets. I like, comment, please subscribe.
I feel guilty all the time. I feel guilty. And I'm like, man, he should be with someone else. It's just not fair.
Not fair. It depends what you did. I can't wait to see this. Different builds. I see a plate cleaner, a slasher. I don't see no sharp though. I don't see no sharp.
I'm sleeping with my best friend's ex.
If this is your secret and you'd like to claim it, you can step forward on 3.
If they claim it, they don't care.
3.
Bop, bopper.
I think it's pretty self-explanatory. I don't really have anything else to share to it.
Why do you want to share it?
Because I want to tell her and I just don't know how. So I figured might as well get
So best way to do it is in front of everybody on YouTube. Real smart, man. Real smart.
video and show her. Sorry, Haley.
You should cut this bitch. I mean, it's female. I don't call females like they name, but come on, bro. That's unacceptable.
So my last ex-boyfriend left me for another girl in my friend group. And then my current boyfriend right now was one of his friends. Talking things out, like, is the best form of anything.
I helped a loved one with a credit card fraud.
I ain't gonna lie. I want to step up, but that's not that bad, though. This gambling is bad, but... Ooh, she look shiesty. She look a little shiesty.
So, I was on Tinder one day. I was just scrolling through, and I see this guy. We started talking, and he was just kind of joking around. I was like, "What do you do for a living?" He was like, "I rob banks." I was like, "Cool. Do you need
No
like
fucking
an
way.
assistant?" And he was like, "Yeah." And I met up with him, and he was for real. He was like, "Hey, help me, and we'll make like 5K a day." Blah blah blah. I was like sick with it. I'm trying to quit my job. I hate it there. Turns out,
They
he's an
intrigued.
ex-smoker, and I was like, "Cool, do your thing, whatever." And I
Morals.
ended up getting secondhand high off of it, and I didn't realize that that's what was going on. I was just like, oh, this guy is cool, he's a rapper and he got a Tesla. Oddly enough, the way that I got out of it was he ghosted me, and his name is Donovan. If you ever see him, tell him I said I better not catch him in the street.
Girl, you go.
You go, girl. No, we both wrong, but I mean...
To avoid any girls going through what I went through, I was stupid enough to do it,
At least you know.
It's a shame. No one should go through that.
Being ghosted or scamming? Which one? I don't think it's that bad, though.
I'm going to go to heaven. I don't feel like I'm going to go to heaven when I die.
That's a tough one. Why y'all laughing, though?
I'm just nervous. Oh no, I feel like I'm about to start crying. I was in a church for like 4 years. And I don't know. I felt like I was there and I found a family, but it just felt like I was there for people. When I decided to leave, that was like the first thing that reminded me was that once I left the church, I left God. And when I leave God, that means I'm going to hell. And part of me kind of believes them. Like, I don't deserve a spot in heaven.
Because you don't go to church? Come on now, loosen up on yourself a little bit.
Because I don't do anything to build my place there, if that makes sense. Sorry.
I ain't gonna lie. I think as long as you're a good person on morals and you do the right thing, read the word, I think you're gonna go there. But you feel me? Everybody got their own opinion on it. Sensitive subject, you feel me? Yeah, my fault. Yep, sis, my fault.
Hello.
Hey, girl.
I'm sorry.
No, nothing to be sorry.
We're here with you.
What helped me was thinking and knowing that I
there is something out there. There is a God, there is a heaven, or whatever you want to believe in, but nobody can tell you what it is. But, you know, you're not alone.
Thank you.
You know?
You're not. I think a lot of people feel that way too.
I'm in love with my best friend, but I don't want to risk losing our friendship.
That big girl finna get up. No offense to big girls.
Alright, the author has decided not to claim the secret, but if you would like them to know that they're not alone, you may step forward on 3, okay? 1, 2, 3.
I told y'all. W predict.
This happened. I had met my friend in 7th grade, and I fell in love with him. And since I was a girl and she was a girl, I didn't let her know, only to then get outed. My mom found out. My family found out. I remember walking past her and just not talking to her. I forgave her over time, but the funny thing is that she did end up dating another girl in college. So, so that's friendships for me.
I don't know why y'all did that, because she don't have to date her. She not entitled to date her just because she like her. Everybody got their own shit. Everybody got their personal issues, bro. So I don't even know why they're making a big deal out of it, bro.
I've been married for 6 years and I'm still a virgin.
Ooh, that's a spicy one. That's a good one. I want to know their opinion on that one. Get up. Okay.
It's really embarrassing.
You shouldn't be embarrassed,
I've
though.
been married to my husband for 6 years, and
First off, there's nothing wrong with being a virgin. There's a lot of people that body counts in the 50s and the hundreds, and they under 20.
well, I have never had sex. I have a very skewed, a very skewed view on sex. A lot of sexual abuse. I never had a healthy view of sex. I never got the chance, and then, through a little bit of therapy, because I am Christian, this whole time there's this big view of this big lie of you need to save yourself for marriage, and then on your wedding night, that's it. And then I got married. And on my wedding night, that didn't happen. And I was so ashamed.
I want to know how her husband feel about this situation too. I want to get his perspective on that.
My family, God bless them, but they, made comments of because I want my kid's name to be Gracie. When are we gonna see little Gracie around? And so I have a lot of pressure, and my husband, most amazing dude in the world.
Shout out to him, bro. I ain't gonna lie. 6 years with no buns, man. I know that junk hard, bro. 6 years with no buns, bro. Give it to him, bro. Avery's loyal too, bro.
So patient. And
patient? What?
I feel guilty all the time.
You don't gotta feel guilty though.
And I'm man, he should be with someone else.
Nah. That's true. That's real love though. Off a pause it, bro.
I hope I get there, because I want to have kids so bad. Because it's how come everybody else gets to do this, but I can't? It's just not fair. That's it.
She's strong for coming up for her though. Damn, the whole squad. I give her a hug. Group hug. If somebody still sitting down, they lame as fuck. On God, they lame. On God, they lame.
No, it's okay.
On God, they lame.
Don't be sorry. It's what you're feeling, honestly. Love, sex is not love. Love is something completely different. And if you didn't prove that today, I don't know what will.
So, I've been married for the past 6 years, and nobody in my family knows. I've never had sex with my partner. I don't want to cry. Our marriage is based out of friendship. And it's solely that. It means the world to you, right? My parents are gonna kill me. I decided to keep it a secret because it's easier to live without people telling you what's right and what's wrong.
Yes.
Sex, you can have it with anybody, but love, you only find one. And if people understood that connections come with mind, come with feelings, sex wouldn't be viewed as such a necessary thing to make a connection with someone. And if you never pursue it, believe best now he loves you more than what sex would have brought him.
That was touching, bro. That was strong, bro. I ain't gonna say it's my favorite. That's my favorite secret, but I like that, bro.
We love you.
I once.
I know this.
stayed in
No,
a
I'm
rela-
gonna say something wild. I was gonna say something insane. If you know, you know.
I once stayed in a relationship because my partner said that I was the reason she wasn't going to kill herself.
That's tough. I ain't gonna lie. People like that selfish, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
When I was 14 and just starting high school, I was doing a lot of theater. Yeah, I had a little sparkling of a showmance. She disclosed that I was the only person keeping her from killing herself. And as a 14-year-old, like, you don't know really what to do in that situation when you're handling things so heavy that you've just never dealt with before. And I completely destroyed my relationship with my family. Like, I just risked it all for this person. I felt the obligation to protect them and to care for them and to be their, safety vest. Yeah.
I don't know how I feel
They
about that
were
one.
my first
I can give you a
boyfriend.
story. In middle school, this girl did the same thing to me, bro. I said, just leave me alone. I blocked off everything. And she's alive to this day. Oh, God.
I was 14, they were 17. And it was really hard because I felt that I was tied to them, And being 14, I just thought, well, I have to stay with this person.
I kind of did the same thing, but I felt like I did it more out of pity. There was a saying that kind of stuck with me for a long time, and it was the whole you can lead a camel to water, but you can't force it to drink. You can only help someone so much, and then you have to walk away. You can't die because someone else is dying in front of you,
Right.
So
In middle school, I was bullied for being sexually assaulted, and rumors spread saying that I wanted it.
Ooh. It's probably hers.
When I was a little girl, I became. Whew, this is harder than I thought. Whew. I became entangled in a friendship that very shortly became very unhealthy quite fast. The whole relationship just ruined how I saw my body and just my interactions with people in general. When I got
That's
to
sad.
middle school, I had a crush on this guy who was so cute. When you see somebody, you can see that they've shared a similar experience. I saw that in this boy, and he was like the first person who I kind of confided to tell. I was like, oh my God, finally somebody who has this understanding. I feel like a breath of fresh air, like I can do this. And the next day, the whole school knew about what had happened to me in detail. And I was bullied really, really bad because the sexual assault happened by a woman, which was seen so differently
I ain't gonna lie. Excuse me, but middle school boys are ruthless, bro. I ain't gonna lie. They don't hold shit back. They saying everything they know.
wanted it.
Full ammo.
Happen because it wasn't a man, and my life just became ruined. after that experience, and it was like that was like the dark doom that like started my life kind of falling apart. But that whole experience really traumatized me and affects me to this day, and it's something that I continue kind of to go through.
That's tough. I can't speak on that. I don't know about that.
So personally, I was physically abused by women, so I understand where you're coming from. I'm so sorry that, you know, it became like this big old thing in your life where it's like you felt like you couldn't escape it.
Thank you.
When I was 20, I got an abortion without telling my parents.
I think a lot of people go through
I'm
that.
22 now. I had an abortion with my ex-boyfriend at the time. So I'm no longer with that partner, and I'm not gonna lie, he did say that afterwards. After he got me pregnant, he mostly saw me as a friend than a girlfriend, which is like such a dog thing to say. I don't know. Like, if you're watching this, oh, sorry, I might want to cut that. I'm thankful to be living in California and to have access to the services despite having gone through the experiences of being heckled outside the Planned Parenthood. And the day after my abortion, I ended up going to the ER. I had to do an ultrasound that was an internal ultrasound, and my technician told me that it would have been easier to keep the baby than to have gone through with all that I was going through, which was really not what I needed to hear in that moment.
Y'all seen how fast her emotions change? She's like, then you start crying. Y'all see that? That's tough.
I was able to get through it, and I was able to patch up my relationship with my family. And more than anything else, they were sad that they couldn't have been there for me going through it all.
It is sad, though.
I'm saying this now because I hope I can help someone else feel a little less alone, and that this is okay to go through. There's no shame in it.
Is that the last one?
Very abusive to my mom and to us, and it was the night.
Let me hear it out here real quick. Let me hear it out real quick.
My secret was I was molested by a close family member, and I cannot forgive him. My dad was very abusive to my mom and to
It's
us,
fucked.
and it was the night before New Year's, and he had just gotten out of jail. It just didn't help the fact that we shared a room. So when he did what he did, it shattered my life entirely. It made me run away from my home several times because I was fearing every time he got out, released from jail, that he would do the same thing over and over again. And I feel so alone because I have half of my family blaming me for not saying anything, and I have another part of my family who are clueless and love him or just protect them. And it hurts me
You need to speak
to
up.
this day knowing that I can't step into that house without being scared. I felt like I had to share this because if I didn't share it here, I would have never spoken up about it. I don't have the guts to talk to them.
But I need to find, I need to find him and send that nigga back to jail, respectfully, in prison.
In person.
That's
'Cause
fucked.
I don't want anything to happen to them while I'm there. And I know that's selfish. But I feel like I at least deserve that peace and that tranquility in my life, even if it's alone. Thank you.
Damn, that's fucked, bro. Yeah, I'll give her a hug. And she's strong for saying that, though. But he a bitch, I ain't gonna lie. I like comment, subscribe. This is, I couldn't even laugh or nothing. This was some serious shit, but you feel me? I was yapping a little bit. I love y'all, though.